Hey guys, Coach for the Soul Thursday at 3 has begun. A little late. If you're watching this live, hello, hello, hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please like the videos. Please leave a comment, even if it's just an emoji, because YouTube will use those algorithms to send Coach for the Soul around the planet, which is what we want, right? So they get the message. Yeah, and subscribe. All right. Yeah. We'll see who pops on. Hey Sheila. So I'll let everybody know, $85 readings for 30 minutes are still going on through the 28th. And the extra 10% off on the memberships and 1 month free is continuing through the end of the month also. Last night we had an amazing membership Zoom meeting, and it lasted about an hour and 25 minutes. And it was pretty great. It was pretty great. Everybody really got into it, so it was fantastic. So if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for understanding who you are, if you're looking at ways to better yourself, to understand what's going on in your life, Coaching for the Soul memberships are fantastic. There's 5 different levels, and they're all different prices, and they're all 10% off, and they're also different times, from 15 minutes to an hour and a half, or 90 minutes, every single month for 13 months. Okay, so check those out. And like I said, 30-minute readings are 85, marked down from 125. So yeah, for Valentine's and stuff like that. Hey guys, what's going on? What's up? What's up? Jamie dropped her phone in the water today, and Robin's here, and Dr. Jenny, hello, and Kathy, and Haley, and Jamie. Okay, and Jamie. Hey, Blake's here too. Hey Blake, what's up? And Jody. Hey, Jody. So we're going to talk about 2025, everybody, because I watched a Pam Gregory video that I've watched with, she does it with this, I think he's Australian person. Hey, Nancy. And it's phenomenal, like an hour and a half. I got through like an hour of it. And I got all kinds of stuff going on up here. So, hey, Angel. So we're going to talk about that. Yep. So that has a little bit of astrology because she's an astrologer. Okay. But interestingly enough, I would invite everybody to watch it. I may post it on the Bill Clairvoyant page. Hey, Sherry. It's kind of dumbed down, which is kind of cool. At the beginning, she starts to go really fast. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I got confirmation from, but also add-ons. Hey, Angel. You know how that's the way that I do it, right? Is that because my life is so busy, I can't just sit and connect and do the Coaching for the Soul. That doesn't work. Doesn't work for me. So I watch a video, and then as I get halfway through it, I've already gotten messages and things like that to add on to what she's saying, kind of as an explanation, which is kind of cool. And I get that with other people too. Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be kind of cool. Okay, so, where am I going to start at, Spirit? Okay, because I have notes also, because I will, okay. They're going in 3 different directions, so got to put them into one. Okay. It's about the age of Aquarius, right? It has to do with Pluto being an age of Aquarius, all right? Pluto is a destruction, and let's rebuild it planet. Okay, so what we're going to see happen this year, okay? Hey, Lisa, this year for sure. Some people, this year for sure, we're going to see, and we talked about this last night on the Coach for the Soul membership Zoom, is that this year we've already started to see it. We're going to see people converge in different directions, right? Let's say the right is going to go right, the left is going to go left, and there's going to be this big empty space in the middle. They're supposed to, okay? Because the people on the right side of everything are going to get chipped. They're going, again, microchips, Okay, they're going to do anything that they're told they need to do to be better in their future. Chimes. They won't have to. Hang on. Very few people will resist that because they're indoctrinated. They're believing that energy of whatever they say we need to do because those people are those people. Okay, they're living. I know, kind of like the hippies in the '60s. Okay, like the hippies in the '60s. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain a little bit to you. Okay, when it was all about love, no war, lots of drugs, lots of sex. I'm free. I can do what the heck I want to do. Hey, Michelle. Okay. Well, the establishment was like, no. That's not allowed. That's why weed is a class 1 drug. You know, it shouldn't be. It's just like drinking. I can't do it because I'm allergic. Number 1. Number 2, I get too freaking spacey. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Angel, COVID shots are fine. COVID shots are fine. Okay, COVID shots are fine. There's been side effects with everything that we've got, but COVID drugs are what it's all about. They will not do COVID drugs. They will not do the bird flu drugs. They will not do any of those. They will be sitting ducks, let's say. Okay, because they're going to follow everything that they need to follow to be part of the group. Okay, that is true third dimensional energy. True third dimensional energy. Right? Not the collective, but this is what society is like 1965, 1966. No, I mean, they were afraid of them because of the chip. Yeah. Well, they're going to get chips. Trust me, they're going to get chips. I know, right? They would have a choice. If you want to be part of that group, you all get chipped. Okay? And that's why the rise of those people in the world is so important right now, okay? Dividing of the third dimension and the fifth dimension, Spirit says, okay? Third dimension on the right side, 5D, hey, Kimberly, 5D on the left side, okay? And if you want to be part of this group, as we've already seen it, right? You're going to get chipped, okay? You're also going to believe everything that, hey, Jennifer, everything that is told to you, okay? And if you've seen anything, it's some outlandish, crazy stuff. I mean, crazy stuff, right? Yeah. They're laughing. They can understand why it happens, and they know why it's going on, but they don't feel it. They get it because those people, most of them are going to go away, right? They're going to die for bird flu or something else, right? Or basically just drop dead. You know, who knows, right? Because they won't tell us. I've asked a number of times how they'll, and that is just like they won't tell us when somebody's going to die. Won't do it. Won't do it. It's not their job. Hey, Karen, not their job. See? So this side, chipped, totally living in propaganda, totally living in everything that they say, believing that they're going to get $20,000 in a check in the mail because somebody said that, and they're saving all this money, you know, by shutting departments and taking things down. And you have to benefit in this because we're going to give every home $20,000. Well, okay, that's not going to happen either, you know. Hey, Barb. But they believe it. Okay? And the divine spirit says they're going to get wider and wider and wider this year. Okay? Now, we are going from let me see. Okay. I've talked about the outer planets before, Neptune and Uranus. Okay? They're getting ready to change zodiac signs for the first time in 157 years. Okay? And the dynamic is going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely massive. We're going from water and earth, which makes mud. Okay, so the earth signs, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, the water signs, Pisces, Scorpio, and And, oh, Spirit, come on. He says, you always forget the last sign, and I always do. But anyway, it's Cancer. Thank you. Duh. So we're going from water and earth to air and fire. That's where Uranus comes in. Uranus is the planet, and it is Aquarius's ruler. Okay, we all have a ruling planet. Thanks, Jenny. That influences us. Okay? Well, man. Okay. So we're going from water and earth, going into air and fire. And what does air do to fire? It blows it up. It makes it big. Okay? That's Uranus. Okay? Uranus right now is in Earth. Okay? Until next year. It's in Taurus. Okay? It's going to retrograde back and forth, right? Just like every planet does when it's getting ready to leave for good for the next 157 years. It's going to Gemini, air. Okay? The age of Aquarius is air. Okay? So what's the fire side? Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. Well, if you guys know any fire signs, they're fire. Okay? They will, sometimes they speak without thinking, but as they go through their element sign, their element package, let's say, they grow knowing what they should and should not do. Okay? So we're going from water and earth, which is third dimension. It's 3D. Hey, Kathy. It's third dimension. Okay? Air, 5D. And fire, 5D, is the future for 157 years. So as long as we live and we get into 2026, it will be that dynamic. As what does fire do? Burns it down. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Is that third dimension is going to be basically burnt down. And air, Aquarius, is going to lift it up on our side of society. On our side of society. See? And that's what's going to happen with all of us. It already is starting with us, right? We already understand that we're going somewhere. Do we know where? No. Just everybody's chemistry is changing. We're, and Spirit confirmed this. The 24th chromosome is coming back, which was deleted 12,000 years ago. Because kids are being born with it. Remarkable. Hey, Shelly. Hey, Pam. Okay? So all these things are going on as we're zooming through 2025. I mean, it's going to be faster than 2024. And 2024 was fast. Think about this. It is the 20th of February already. When did that happen? It's almost a week after Valentine's Day. Huh? The 24th chromosome, Angel. Yeah, see? So it's going to go faster than last year. And that is simply because of the vacuum, Spirit says, of the absolute, okay? And getting us to where we need to be. Again, we've always said before that back in 3D, right? Spirit puts dangly things in front of us so we don't pay attention. Hey, Beth. So we don't pay attention, right? And we just kind of follow along the shiny things, right? The Hansel and Gretel effect. Remember when he said that? And he said that for the past probably 5-6 years, okay? Because when we're occupied, we have a tendency to just go forward. So we don't really understand that we're going through this transformational process of energy exchange. Our third dimensional energy is leaving. Our fifth dimensional energy is being activated. So we are actually raising our vibration without even knowing it. but we're all PO'd and don't understand things because time's going so fast. We're in this fog. And the further we get into the fog, the more excited we get. We don't know why we're in the fog. Well, that's because we're in the fog because the dangly stuff doesn't work anymore. Okay? Because we're smarter. We're more intuitive. We're more connected to our spirit guides, our guardian angels. All right? So as this process continues to go on, it is going to be faster and faster. Understanding that we're going to see things in 2025, amazing discoveries, amazing things in medicine, amazing things in sustainable packaging, sustainable things that we cannot keep outside of 3D. Plastic bottles, plastic anything, okay? Natural things like hemp. Actually making things out of hemp that actually work. And there's other discoveries that children are making. They're building all kinds of things, but in our third dimensional place, we don't hear about them. But you can read about them. See? So as they come online, as we start to know more and more and more and more, because we discover it, they bring it to us, right? Another thing that we're caught up in, which is awesome. Because I don't know how many times I've said to people, you have to understand that you need to flow. You got to flow. The more barricades that you put up there, baby, guess what? Your ego's stopping it. And she talked about the same exact thing. The ego is already alerted. Hey, Austin, is already hey, Adrian, it's already alerted, right? And it needs to understand that it is fighting a losing battle. It doesn't know that yet. Now, I've been talking about that since 2017. Okay, that the ego, the voice in our head, is absolutely, again, is trying to control us. It's controlled us for 12,000 years or more. Okay, we were born with it when we first came back to the planet after the elimination of 5D. Okay, and so that voice in our head that we've always listened to because it seemed to make sense, that's because we rely on it. Why? Because when we came back 12,000 years or more, don't have that 24th chromosome, which is our spirituality, which is our psychic self, all right? We were dumbfounded. So they replaced it with an ego that's supposed to fight or flight, supposed to keep us alive. That's not true. That's a lie. That's a total lie. Ego does not save us. Ego perpetuates sabotage. Okay? Ego perpetuates all kinds of things that human does not think about until now. Until now. As we continue to shift into higher dimensional energy, as we develop our psychic self, as we develop our intuition, as we develop our telepathic ways with our third eye, okay? Ego gets less and less and less as the energy around us shifts, as energy around the collective shifts. That's why last night we were talking about in the Coach for the Soul membership Zoom that is exactly what is going on, is understanding that as we move forward, as we start to know more and more, but not believe that we're more and more and more, because 3D doesn't allow us to, because we live in a third dimensional world, kind of 3D and a half, okay? But those of us that are in the space of our spiritual self, right? Our psychic self, whatever you want to call it. It is hard times when we go out into 3D world. I leave my house very seldom with the dog to take a walk 5 times a day. That's it. I go to I might go to the grocery store once a day to get food because I don't keep food in my house. I don't like to have food in my house. And I don't know why. It's just me. And I think it's because I worked for so long in retail that I always ate out and I enjoy eating out. But I eat good food. I know there's only certain things I can eat anymore because of my spiritual progression. And that's all of us, right? That's all of us. So understanding that that this year is going to be the year that so many of us move dimensions higher, right? And being able to pay attention to all the awesome stuff that is being allowed. It's being allowed. Discoveries, medicine, aviation. I mean, the planes are falling out of the sky. They're rolling upside down. I mean, we never had these many plane crashes in 2024 or before. Never, never. And it's the changing of the dynamic of the energy on the planet. That's what it is. It's shifting from 3D into 4D, sometimes 5, depending upon who's the pilot of the plane, depends upon the company that it is, okay? Because there's companies that are third dimensional, American Airlines, Spirit, those other ones, Frontier, stuff like that, right? Then there's the ones who are more connected, Delta, United, in the United States anyway. See? Because they pay their people what they should make, usually. Delta does, United does, sometimes does not. The other ones do not. Okay? You got people that are flight attendants on welfare. People at Walmart on welfare, right? That work there. That's the third dimension. See? That's the 3D. And as those people, as those companies have to have a choice, they'll either live or they'll die. They will die a corporate death, let's say. But aviation is going to be amazing because, again, like we've talked about before, is the fact that by 2030, between 2030 and 2035, some of us will be able to teleport ourselves any place we want to go in the world. Telepathy, being able to talk to somebody without speaking, that's going to happen by 2030. Why? Because all of us are going through this transformational port, right, of higher dimensional energy. Higher than 5D, everybody. I will tell you straight up. The presentation, let's say, is, because we're third dimensional humans still, up here, right? Give us a little bit at a time. Don't tell us the whole kit and caboodle, because if you tell us the whole kit and caboodle, we'll be fearful and we'll stay in our little shadow. Higher than 5D is going to happen to us. Definitely. Those of us, all right, people who watch this show, to watch this program, you're definitely not muggles. Or you wouldn't have any fascination, you wouldn't have any interest in what I talk about, in what I channel. See? The teachers, the instructors will go higher. 6D possibly, maybe 7D, okay? I will tell you, and I've said this before, I know. Children that are artistic, adults that are oh my God. I don't know what that was. Autistic. Children that are autistic, adults that are autistic are the geniuses on the planet. They're here early. They're here early. Okay? And she confirmed it, which I just love. Because validation is good. Validation is great. Right? As long as it's from a reputable person, right? And so when she said that this afternoon, I was like, I know, Spirit. I know. He goes, see? Because I truly believe that. They're waking up all of a sudden. And they're having these amazing discoveries. And parents are listening to them. That's what it's about. They pick those parents for a reason. Because as those people, as those autistic kids start to speak, start to tell their parents things, those are the parents that have already evolved to a point that they understand. Are they going to put their kids on display? Oh, hell no, not yet. That'll happen in 2026. See? Is there a movement to connect with those people? Yes. Yes. Guided by the divine. Divided by the divine. Yes. All right? And so that's another thing that's going to happen, that's going to shock us. Now, is that going to be in the media? Probably not. Probably not. Just simply because it's a 3D, hey Kim, it's a 3D program. It's a 3D system. It's a 3D everything with the people that are in Washington, D.C. No one's going to step out of line. Right, Jenny? Chimes. Definitely. See? All right? So there again, if you have an autistic child and an autistic adult, okay, even people with Down's adults and Down's children, the awakening is going to happen. Awakening is going to happen. And when that happens this year and probably next, we are going to be mystified and amazed at how we feel, because we will look at them as being who they're supposed to be. And I've said this, I know Spirit. I've said this a number of times. If anybody saw The Green Hornet, okay, back in the day with Ryan Reynolds, I thought the movie was kind of cool, but it didn't do very well. There are beings that he's connected to when he gets to the ring and everything that sit on these pedestals, okay? They're the gods of their world. That's what Spirit shows me people with autism are going to feel like. They know so much, but very little about 3D. Okay? They're here to start the movement, starting in the 80s. They can have all kinds of explanations on where autism came from, but none of them are real. Again, we have practicing physicians. We have practicing surgeons. They're all practicing, right? No one knows for sure about anything. We're just going by what has happened in the past, and we're going to follow the same regimen. Okay? Well, guess what's going to happen in the future? A year. We're not going to do a lot of that. It's going to be brand new discoveries that people in the medical industry, geniuses, already have it inside their mind. They just can't get to it yet because they're in 3D. Like us, right? We're going to have all kinds of discoveries and things like that. It's already been downloaded and uploaded to us. Same thing with physicians. Same thing with surgeons. Same thing with all the people that save people's lives. Yeah. And Spirit has said this before. By 2030, many diseases will be cured. Will be cured. Yes. Discoveries will be made and celebrated once that energy shifts in Washington, D.C. I'm telling you, something big is going to happen this year and massive next year. Massive next year. And people are going to rise out of the dirt. Okay? They're already here. That are going to be part of the new 5D. The new Earth. Everything. Everything. Okay? So as that happens, big chime. We're gonna be in that. We're going to understand what it is. It's going to connect to us in our heart space. Yeah. See? As you have your weird dreams at night, as you have your lucid dreams at night, as you have your clearing dreams at night. I'm having dreams with people that I grew up with. And we're adults now, and we're adults in the dream. And that's just clearing all of the energy that I have for those folks, for those people, clearing it out of my memory banks, let's say, so that everything can get uploaded like it's supposed to be. So if you're having those types of dreams, if you're having angry sessions in yourself, right? 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, one day I could have bit the head off a bat. It wouldn't matter what. I just needed to. It was bad, really bad. So I texted Brenda and said, "Okay, can I get in this week?" She goes, "No, I'm full." I'm like, "Okay," and I went 10 days later. Okay, 10 days later, yeah, about 10 days, and I haven't had it since because I worked on it that day, right? Like, okay, I'm going to feel this. I'm going to work through it. But I couldn't. It was just absolute fury. Just fury. Okay? Again, from past lives, everybody. Hey, baby. From past lives. Yeah. See? Understanding. All of our stuff that is still inside of us, those black dots as Spirit calls them, we have to release as we go further and further into 5D and beyond. Yeah, 5D and beyond. And this year is going to be amazing for us, right? It's going to be amazing. Simply because those two outer planets are shifting after 157 years, shifting into the next planet. Uranus, into the next, hang on. Into the next zodiac sign. Yes, yes. Uranus is going into Gemini, and Neptune is going into Aries. There's going to be plenty of planets in Aries this year. Hey, Karen. Aries is the planet of fury. They can speak without thinking. There's a lot of energy inside of them, which can be, in third dimension, can be dangerous, right? In fifth dimension, it is wonderful. Because guess what? They match 5D. They match Uranus being in Gemini, air. They match Neptune being in Aries, fire. Perfect. Perfect. So that's what that's all about. Aries is going to have an amazing year this year. Every fire sign is. Every fire sign is. Okay? So are the air signs. Right? We've already had ours Capricorns and Taurians and Virgos. Yeah. See? My water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Hell of a time this year. Or last year, year before. But right now, they're coming to the end of their purgatory. Why? Because Uranus is Neptune is dreamy. It's wonderful. You're in a fog all the time. It's pretty cool. You're just kind of hanging out, but you wanted to plant yourself in 3D because you still have a job in 3D. You still have a life in 3D. My nephew's going through hell. He's a Cancer. He's going through hell, right? My brother's a Sag. He's got the fire. He's loving it. Yeah. See? So fire and air is going to rock and roll. Water and earth, we get to relax and let things go just go. Because we've already been through our 15 years of Pluto being in Capricorn, which is the government ruled by Saturn. Okay? As we go forward into 2025, 2026, I'm telling you what, you guys will recognize when there's different energy going on. Okay? And again, AI will probably help you with that. ChatGPT will probably help you with that. I don't know. But we're going to feel different. But also, Spirit says, astrology has already been downloaded to most people. They have to just allow it to upload. It's ancient. It is ancient. It's ancient. And that is pretty freaking cool. Because we're going to know more about that than we've ever known in the past. Because all of us are connected to that energy in 5D and higher. In 5D and higher. Also, Spirit talked about a minute ago about how our chemistry is shifting. How the foods that we used to eat don't taste good anymore. We have to push away from that, right? Alcohol, drugs, all kinds of things that were just whatever, right? You now don't feel good when you do it. And that is because your chemistry is changing. Your chemistry is absolutely going to a higher dimensional energy, a different flow, right? Because 3D no longer serves you. Could you imagine going from 3D to 5D and being sick all the time because the energy didn't serve you? Because your body is so used to 3D heaviness and constriction and this, right? Not having control. To having a place where you're completely free of everything. And your body's like, WTF, I don't get it. What just happened? I don't feel well because I know. It's Spirit's like, it's like when you get up in an airplane, right? And the energy and the air shifts. You're in a tube, right? If you're on a boat, a ship, on a cruise, guess what? a little wheezy, a little whatever, right? Can you imagine going from 3D to 5D and not having all of your upcharges? All of your, everything that they've downloaded to you, uploaded before you do it? You'd be absolutely horrified. You're like, okay, I want to go back there because I don't feel good here. So as we're going through this last 5 years since COVID, all of our energy is shifting. All of our chemistry is shifting. Certain things don't work anymore. I mean, I just went to the dermatologist on Tuesday because I've got spots on my body that I've never seen before. I've never seen spots. They look like bruises, you know, with little white dots in them. So I go to the dermatologist on Tuesday. Well, Bill, that's just a severe type of eczema. I have eczema on my forehead, again, all over my body in the wintertime because the air's so dry, right? But I went, well, I don't understand. I've never had that before. He says, yeah, we're seeing more and more of it. Okay. Makes sense to me, right? Because I had something on my leg 3 weeks ago, kind of a little bump. It kind of hurt kind of hard. Like there's a seed in there or something like that. And Spirit said, well, Bill, that's because you're releasing things from this lifetime and before. Oh, okay. But it's always on my left side, which is, I guess, my weakest side of my body, right? I don't know. But that's happening more and more and more, right? Where things that we've never seen before in our lifetime, we're going to the dermatologist, we're going to the specialist, we're going to whatever, our MD, right? Our primary care. And they're saying, oh, that's blah, 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 blah. Guess what? Because you're releasing energy out of your body and toxins out of your body that no longer serve. So not only do we do it here, right? And here, but our body's changing also biologically. So again, don't be surprised. I freaked out. I'm like, okay, because I'm pretty into my body, right? Pretty much know. Being sick as a child. So I'm really into when something changes, I'm like, okay, we got to find out what that is. Kind of uptight about that. And it being simple, right? That's what it is, blah, 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 blah. It's almost gone, right? Put some cream and stuff, some steroid cream on it. But again, the doctors are like, yeah, Bill, we're seeing more and more of things that we've studied about, but we've never seen them in person. That was that. See? So as we go through the next year, I'm telling you what, guys, it's going to be absolutely bushwhack. It's going to be the coolest, freaking awesomest thing that we've ever been through. James. But this has to be prepared. Ego. My ego's really strong in the last 2 days. I mean, like, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that meditation. We're not doing those affirmations. We're doing them. We're doing them. I'm stronger than you are, and so shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up. I know. You don't control it. I control it. And this is what we're doing. And, okay. All of us have to understand that we have to control our ego. To a point. Right? We don't need fight or flight anymore. Most of us. But that's what it's there for. Don't go towards the light, because I don't know what that light is, and I got a feeling, I got an inclination that when we went towards the light before, we died, and I don't want to die yet, ego says. True. It believes it's saving your life. Your ego has been with you every time you died since your incarnation over 12,000 years ago on the planet. Its job is to keep you alive. But it really never did. Your intuition did, but ego did not. Because if you're going to fight, you're going to die anyway. If you're going to fight the cat, right? You're going to fight the army, you're going to die. Or one person with a sword, they have a gun, you have a sword. You're gone, right? If you're going to do flight, you can't run faster than that tiger or that arrow. Yeah, see? But in our mind, run. I made it home from elementary school every day, being chased home. I was a really fast little white boy. No one could catch me. Yeah, see? That prepared me for my life. Yeah, see? So, again, if you look back at what you've learned in this lifetime that benefited you, Spirit says, okay? Can you imagine that being 100 times more intense? Because I'm telling you guys, I can't believe who I am after leaving my job 11 years ago. I can't believe that I am connected, how I'm connected, mind, body, spirit, my whole self is connected to the divine. And sometimes it's like, okay, now what do we do? Nothing. We'll just chill. And Spirit has said to me, and I tell you guys this, your determination, Bill, is not going to get you there any faster. Because I'm determined like a Capricorn, right? You're not gonna, no. Spirit, that timeline's wrong. Me being Bill. That timeline's wrong. And then 2 years later, something happened that he told me was going to take 2 years to happen. I'm like, oh, well, you were right. They're always right. They're always right, Bill. Why do you think you have to challenge that? Why do you think you're the magic man? Always believe that. Because I was able to get what I wanted by being me. So as you go forward, right, you're going to take stock of what I learned this lifetime that benefited me. Okay? Don't look at what didn't benefit you, because that's 3D and that's ego. Ego feeds on that stuff. It feeds on it. And always talk out loud about what you actually learned that benefited you. On the good side, right? Again, being chased home from school, because I was a feminine little boy, who was pretty. so, it was obvious who Billy was. Yeah. And back then, it was just because the kids that were bullying me were being beat up at home. They needed to let their anger out. Yeah. So they, like all bullies do. Yeah. But after that, what did it get me? I was the fastest white boy at Jackson High School. Tell you that much. Yeah. So look at the benefits that you've had in this lifetime so far. Write them down. The good stuff that taught you how to survive. My mother did a very good job of teaching her boys how to survive. We had to do our own laundry at 10 years old. She'd do the sheets and everything else, but if you want clothes, if you want underwear, you want socks, you want your jeans and your corduroys washed, then you got to do them yourself. She showed us how to use the washer and the dryer. Taught us to cook at 11, 12 years old. Because no woman, my mother, no woman is going to treat you like I treat you. Oh, that's not really true. But that she had a mindset of teaching my children how to survive. The boys. Again, back then, until today, guys need 3 things: a sex, job, and food. And in my mother's head, because she grew up in the Depression, the woman's got to do that. That's her job. Well, now in 5D, it's not her job. It's our job together. Yeah. See? And telepathically, you could probably order from McDonald's drive-thru and just go get it. Yeah. So that is what's coming. And absolutely getting us engaged in it and us understanding it, like myself, how do I know that? And how do I know that? Well, again, I was not really up to speed with who I was becoming. See? So when it happens to you, know that you're guided. Let yourself flow. Don't put barricades in your way, right? And you can doubt them all you want to doubt them like I do. Because I know if it's soul journey, it's going to happen. Angel and I talked about that last night in the Coaching for the Soul Zoom. The soul journey. And it's just an easier time to get there because you're happier. You're happier. you know. But Spirit is really good at reminding me, well, Bill, remember when I said 2 years ago that this was going to happen? And you went, no, I can make that happen sooner. Again, yesterday coming back from the grocery store, Bill, your determination is not going to change anything that happens. It's going to happen at the same time. Your determination as a third dimensional human, is what he's saying, is not going to change the outcome any faster. Okay? A good reminder. You'll get the same things. You will get the same things. You will. It will definitely happen. It will definitely happen. Okay? What else do I have on here? I'm going to talk about that. Talk about that too. Okay, yeah. Okay, so more and more we're going to realize that we're galactic beings. Okay? What does that actually mean? Our bones come from calcium from space. Our blood has iron in it because it's from space. All kinds of different other chemicals, elements, whatever you want to call it, bind us together as human beings. And losing that 24th chromosome, now getting it back, was made to make us hard, to make us simple, to make us focused, to make us survival. Using our survival skills that we've learned over centuries, thousands of years, right? And now, the awesome thing is, we get to be here. They're not going to take us away like they did last time, right? We get to be here for the transformation. We get to be here at this time for our bodies to go through this awesome transformation and the energy transformation. And we get to be involved in that. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. Because last time they took us off the planet, right? Gone. This time, we get to live it, which is wonderful. As we see our world completely change. And at 65 years old, it's exciting. Because as a Capricorn, Capricorns are the oldest souls on the planet. Usually about 12,000 years older, sometimes more. So the transformation for me is awesome. Because now it's going to be lighter, more comfortable. I've learned how to flow, right? I've gotten rid of almost everything that no longer serves. Perfect. Perfect. And as you go through the same transformation, once you get balanced, you'll be like, man, that was the greatest idea that I've ever had, is to ditch those people. Is to ditch that job and get a new one, right? To understand the difference between third-dimensional human beings and five-dimensional human beings. Big difference. And you'll be able to see the ones who are in transformation, right? Because they're struggling. And they come to you and ask you questions about, so, I know you're connected to, I know you to the spiritual stuff. So this is what's going on with me. And you're like, yeah, you'll start to channel. Don't think that you don't know. Because you do. They do. They know. And it's just going to come out of your mouth. And you're going to be astonished when it does. So, Bill, how did that happen? Because you're connected. Right? Because you're connected. It gets stronger and stronger and stronger as you use the muscle. As the energy shifts. Trust me, guys. When you're in higher dimensional energy as a planet, let's say, or as a country, right? And you see all the atrocities and all the stuff that is going on the right side. But the left side is doing okay, right? We're the weirdos. We're the hippies from the 60s. This is the society that is all dying, right? 3D is dying quickly, especially this year. And we rise up as a collective, and our energy is amazing, and we are absolutely at the pinnacle. And the rest of the world goes, WTF with that? What is that about? As their population slowly shifts into 5D and higher. And we watch, I'll just use this analogy. Red countries go to blue countries, to white countries. Because the white countries are spirit. Plain and simple. Totally. Neutral. loving, abundant, no fear, ego's gone, or turn to a positive ego, which encourages you to go forward, which encourages you to take that chance, knowing that it's going to turn out. Again, as you connect, seeing the pictures, getting the sentences, them showing you cool stuff that relates to what you're speaking about. Yeah, see? Because that's what happens. When you're in the higher dimensional energy, you're connected 100%. Now, is that something that you can do on your own? Of course it is. Is it difficult? Yeah, because of ego. Because of ego. And you can be, and I'm amazed at the people that can actually do it. I'm like, God bless you, because I've been trying to get there, but the key word is trying. Allowing is much easier. And I talk to people all the time about that. You're trying too hard. You're trying to get there. Stop trying. Let yourself flow. Let yourself flow. And it's very hard for us to flow until now because air flows. Fire flows. Again, why are we having California burning up? Fire. Getting rid of the old and growing the new. The whole country is like that. Hurricanes, wildfires, floods, wiping away the old, rebuilding it new. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. And it's very, very cool because those people are being transformed. As they lose everything, what do we normally do as a third dimensional being? Talk to God. Even though we're not religious, we talk to God, which I find interesting. Very interesting, because I never have. I never have. And I didn't have a reason to. I would talk to the voice in my head. Didn't know who the hell it was, but so why did I do it like that? How come I can't do it like this? I mean, again, I was just blessed that way, right? And I was very alone as a kid. I mean, it was just because I would act like a grown up. So I was kind of this guy in this little boy's body. But as we go through that, and we actually connect to it, and our brain connects to it, and we go, holy sheesh, that is amazing. Spirit, where did that come from? Really? I mean, my guides are sarcastic as hell, and they swear a lot. They truly do. And they love the F word, and because it gets me connected to them, because I love it too. And so it is, you'll find your language. You'll find how they get you to believe what they're saying. I believe everything they're saying. I mean, I might question and say, well, how long is it going to take? I probably think I can get there faster if I do it. Yeah, we're going to see who's going to win. They always win. And I feel bad for a minute. Like, well, Bill, because I wasn't really trying. I was just like, is it going to really take 2 years? Really? Can't I make it happen faster? And I tried to make it happen faster. No. And didn't realize that they had said to me until this week, that they told me it's going to happen in 2 years. My third dimensional self and my ego were like, we'll just put that in this little memory bank over here. And then boom. Well, Bill, I told you it would take 2 years. Oh, I remember that now. And it's a cool thing because as you go through and do the checklist, you check off all the things that you spoke about, that you thought about in 3D. That's why you're having those dreams. That's why you're having lots of deja vu. That's why all of it. They're clearing us out for the future. That's already been downloaded, guys. Again, Spirit, who's in my right ear? Spirit, who's in my left ear? Why are both ears ringing right now, Spirit? What the hell is that about? I know what I knew that as a kid. My ears started ringing at probably 4 years old. And I listened to the ringing to put me to sleep because I was always had lots of energy. But it helped me to calm down when I focused on, didn't know why I knew to focus on it. Well, now I kind of understand, right? Them. Bill, focus on the ringing. Bill, focus on the ringing. And I did it. See? So as we go forward into 2025, it's going to speed like a freaking high-speed rail, like a freaking train. It's going to be so fast. And there's a reason for that. So that we can't get deep into why. Why'd this happen? Why'd that happen? Why'd this happen? And keep ourselves back. As Spirit has always said, it's going to get faster and faster and faster because quantum energy is times 1,000. Well, guess what? We're really feeling it now. So all the things that you see on the way to where you're going, connected, you won't latch on to. That's why don't watch the TV. Again, Spirit is upset. Don't watch the circus outside. Do not watch the circus outside. It's all planned to keep you in 3D. That's the deal. Why? Because those people, kind of like ego, Spirit says, which is freaking awesome, they don't know what that is. They get this feeling that now's my time. Everything is falling into place for me. Look at all these people that voted me into office. I cheated, but look at all these people who adore me, who love me, that I should get myself the Medal of Honor, and whatever else he said in the last week. And that is all meant to aggravate the 5D'ers. And that's why you can't speak to a 3D'er about what the hell's going on with them or you, because you're not going to convince anybody. Because your energy's here, and theirs is here. They're true 3D'ers that have no sense of what are you talking about. Just like the 60s when my parents said, damn hippies. At Goose Lake, it was like the festival in New York, Woodstock. Yeah. Goose Lake, Michigan, east of Jackson. Yeah. You know, big, huge hippie stoners, chilling, rock bands, stuff like that. So look backwards, guys. Look backwards and see, first off, how far you've come. Second of all, what you've actually learned in this lifetime that got you to where you are today. It's positive, not negative stuff, positive stuff. What did you learn from that, right? That's what's important. Because you can let it go. That's the key. Letting it go. Recognize it on your own and letting it go. They'll do it for you, but it's much more fun if you do it yourself. Yeah. Okay? So I'm going to put this on YouTube at 4 o'clock. It's almost 4 now. Again, I'll just tell you guys, 30-minute readings are $85, $40 off until the 28th of this month. Coaching for the Soul memberships are on sale, 10% off, which is pretty good. Until the end of the month, you get 1 month free. So you pay for 12, you get 13 months free. That happens to the end of the month. 5 different packages, 5 different levels, I should say. Okay? From 15 minutes to an hour and a half. And you get that every single month. All right? And the 15-minute ones usually go longer because they're chatty and stuff like that. Yeah. See? So that's going on. If you would, in about half an hour, maybe so, if you could go over to YouTube and like the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. If you want to check out the other videos, like them, okay? Been doing this since 2017, so there's a lot of videos on there, okay? Every Thursday at 3 o'clock, pretty much, for a long time. So if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. Got any questions? You guys know how to find me, right? If you have a question that we've talked about today, ask it on the YouTube page, okay? On the channel, because it never goes away. Here, I'll answer it, but I'll probably take this down about 7. So if you don't see it by then, you won't see the answer. But hopefully you'll get it before I delete it. Okay? Yeah. So thanks everybody. Appreciate it. Hey Bonnie. And thanks Sherry. Kind of chill right now. So I'll see you next Thursday, Coaching for the Soul, Thursday at 3. Peace out.